Hi everyone, this is Teacher Chatty. For today's lesson, we need math textbook, pencil, ruler, measuring tape, and yardstick. Topic 12, Lesson 2, Measure with Inches. Textbook pages 699 to 670. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to estimate measures and use a ruler to measure length and height to the nearest inch. Before we proceed to our new lesson, let's have a short review. Use models to find 315 take away 144. At the left side, we have the place value chart. At the right side, we have the place value blocks. First, subtract the ones. 5 ones take away 4 ones is equal to 1. Next, subtract the tens. We cannot get 4 from 1, so we will regroup 100 into 10 tens. So we have now 11 tens. 11 tens take away 4 tens is equal to 7. 2 hundreds take away 100 is equal to 1. So 315 take away 144 is equal to 171. Are you ready? Yes, excellent. Let's start. Solve and share. The orange square is 1 inch long. How can you use 1 inch squares to find the length of the line in inches? Measure the line and explain. What are you asked to do? Find how long the line is. What do you have to help you measure? 1 inch squares. Let's analyze this. At the left side, we have Melissa's work. At the right side, we have Henry's work. Let us start with Melissa. Melissa places 6 1-inch squares on the line. Arrange end to end without overlapping. Melissa explains that each square measures 1 inch, and so if she lines up the inch squares along the line with no gaps or overlaps, she can count how many inches long the line is. On the other hand, Henry places the squares along the line, but he leaves gaps between the squares. So when he counts the squares, his measurement is not accurate.
You can measure the length and height of an object in inches. An inch is a standard unit of measure. That means 1 inch is the same length on every ruler. To measure the length or height of an object, start from the left side of the ruler, where 0 would be. Next, measure to the nearest inch. Look for the halfway mark. What is the length of the eraser to the nearest inch? It is longer than the halfway mark, so use the greater number. The eraser is about 2 inches long. If the object is shorter than the halfway mark, use the smaller number. What is the length of the pine cone to the nearest inch? The pine cone is shorter than the halfway mark, so it is about 1 inch long. You have learned how to measure the length and height of objects to the nearest inch.
Please remember the following guidelines in measuring object. Number 1, start measuring from the 0 mark on the ruler. Number 2, to measure to the nearest inch, look for the halfway mark. Number 3, if the object is longer than the halfway mark, use the greater number. Number 4, if the object is shorter than the halfway mark, use the smaller number. Let's try this. Use a ruler to measure. What objects found at home are about 12 inches long? What objects found at home are about 12 inches long? Sample answers. For your guided practice, estimate the height or length of each object. Then use a ruler to measure. Example number 1 here, height of a notepad. Estimate it's about 12 inches. The actual measure, it's about 11 inches. Answers will vary. It depends on the pencil case or the notepad you measure. Please remember this. Length and height are measurable in inches, feet, and yards. Length and height are measurable in inches, feet, and yards. 1 foot is 12 inches long. Example, the book is about 1 foot. 1 foot is 12 inches long. A yardstick is 3 feet long or 36 inches. Example, you can use a yardstick to measure length too. A yardstick is 3 feet or 36 inches long. To summarize the first part of our lesson, let's watch.
Hi, let's do some measuring. To measure the lengths of things, you can use a ruler, like this one right here. And here's a paper clip. Place it against the ruler, and we see it's about 1 inch long. This hammer right here, put it against the ruler, and it's about 12 inches, which is the same as 1 foot. And this window, it's going to be pretty big, so let's measure it using a yardstick. It's good for measuring things longer than a foot. It looks like it's about 36 inches, which is the same as 3 feet long. And 3 feet is the same as 1 yard. So, using rulers and yardsticks, you can easily measure in inches, feet, and yards.
This video. video.